Cassie. Oh, Cassie. I am so sorry this happened to you. I'm furious for you, but from what Kristen said, you handled it with a lot of grace.
Oh, with so much grace. I was so impressed.
Oh, people are dumb. What can I say? I might have been graceful externally, but in my head, I was not graceful.
I don't know how you remained calm, and I don't know if you did a breathing exercise, but we can all learn something from you in this situation, I think.
Let me set the stage, and then I'm on to Cassie take it from the conversation, which I barely overheard, but when we walked away, she explained what had happened, and I was just mortified. So there we are at the playground. It's a gorgeous day, and I have my 18-month-old Jimmy. Cassie has her almost 3-year-old Hazel, and she also has, how old is Max back home?
He's 9 months.
9 months back home. So we're there at this, and it's the smaller jungle gym area for the toddlers and the younger kids. And there is an older woman. It looked like to be a grandma, but I'm not going to make any assumptions. And playing with a very young child who couldn't even walk at the time. And
sorry, go ahead.
And then Cassie and she engage in conversation, which, if I am correct, she initiated.
Yeah, she was, my Hazel needed help getting down from something, and I was right there, but this woman was being very sweet and was like, I'll help you down. And so we're there, and she's just making conversation, and she turns to me and she says, when are you due? Or when is your baby due? And I was so confused because I'm like, you're looking at my kid. She's 3. She's right there. What do you mean? What's she do for vaccinations? I don't know what you're talking about. And it was so weird because it's like this microcosm in my head, and I had all of these thoughts within. It felt like a split second. So my heart sank when I realized, oh, she thinks I'm pregnant, and I'm not pregnant. I'm just fat because I had 2 babies and I've been in quarantine. And I think I have told you guys, after my first pregnancy, I didn't lose weight breastfeeding, and I was as heavy as I was fully pregnant with my first child when I went into my second pregnancy. I've gained a lot of weight, and it won't come off, and I'm trying, but it won't, and that's okay. I have to buy a new wardrobe, so all these things are in my mind. I have the one outfit on that fits right in public, and she's like, when are you due? When is your baby due? And I'm like, oh my God. And I waited for the soul-crushing sadness to kick in, and the embarrassment and the feel of failure, and it didn't. And instead, I felt bad for her for asking such a stupid question. I'm like, you poor woman, nobody has taught you social graces. I feel bad for you. She was trying to be kind and make conversation, but come on. And so it was kind of nice to not feel bad about myself when this question was asked. And instead of taking that negativity on me, it was on her. She was the dumb one. But I just said, I already had my baby. And then I got Hazel. And I walked off. And I wanted to I was thinking back, I'm like, should I have been quippy? I already had my baby 9 months ago. Or should I have said, I'm not pregnant, I'm just fat, and stared her down to see a reaction, to kind of be like, hey, you know what I mean? Come at me, bro. And I didn't. And it was just so cool to me to be in this place where you hear something like that, I think, as a fat person, and you shouldn't feel, but I think the natural inclination is to feel insulted. I have such a belly, you literally think there's another entire human being growing inside me, and that was your automatic assumption. I should feel ashamed. But it is so freaking freeing that I did not feel ashamed. I was like, cool, this is my body. I gave birth to 2 babies. This is how it is. I have other stuff going on. I don't care. This is on you, lady. But I can deal with it in a way where I stand my ground without being a pushover and making her not feel bad about asking the question. But I also don't have to be rude about it back.
I'm guessing she felt really, really stupid when you walked away. Oh my God, what did I just do?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Really?
No,
Really?
Gauging, because I didn't hear the full conversation. I just kind of saw the interaction. And like I said, kudos to Cassie, because you handled it with such grace. And at least from the exterior, You didn't let it phase you. We continued to have a wonderful, beautiful day at the playground with the kids, laughing, catching up, throwing strawberries all over the place. Like, it ended up being a fantastic day. And I feel like in that moment, it so could have easily taken you out, like putting you in a bad headspace and put you in a bad mindset. But you were like, no, you refused to let somebody else's ignorance bring you down. And I thought you handled it so beautifully.
So at any time after that whole thing, did you start to beat yourself up or anything?
No, but I went over there and punched her in her face.
Yeah, good for you. Did you just feel really clean about the whole thing?
That's the interesting thing. So I kept testing it all day, the next day, like replaying the conversation in my head and being like, come on. Does this hurt? Like, like jabbing yourself. I don't know if you've ever replayed stupid moments when you've done something dumb in your head and you just feel like that, every time you think about it. None of it. I just don't care. It's just, she doesn't know my history. She doesn't know my body. She doesn't know anything about me. She was trying to make conversation. It was a dumb way to try and do it, but she was trying to be nice, I think, and have that convo and make a connection. And knowing all that, I just don't care. There's more to it. The day was about Hazel and Jimmy and seeing Kristen, and I could ruminate over this woman's words, or I could be like, oh, I don't know what she's talking about, and go on with my life and not let it derail me. But I'm just proud of myself that I've gotten to this place where it doesn't hurt. That does not. I have been called a crazy amount of insults. I've been told I have a body like a Rubik's Cube. I've been told that I look like 4 Taylor Swifts rolled into one, which she's pretty hot, so I'm 4 times as hot. I'll take it. But there have been so many insults, and it's just lovely to be in a place where they don't hurt and they don't sting, and I can confidently say that and mean it and believe it. It's fine. It's fine.
And 2 things can exist at the same time. Cassie being able to handle this the way she did and not allowing it to affect her, I think is very important. And if those words do affect you, it doesn't make you a bad person or anything like that. Mm-hmm. But I also believe the lesson is, don't ever ask anybody that.
Yeah, it's just,
that's the point.
You know what I mean?
Yes, I've made the joke many, many times. You never ask somebody, you never comment on their child unless you can see the head of that child crowning.
Yes.
That's when you say, oh, you're pregnant. That's the only time.
Cassie, Kaylee has a fantastic idea. If this ever happens again and somebody asks if you're due, just pull out a cigarette, light it up, and then toss back a bottle of vodka right in front.
I was going to see if you guys want to do that.
Now.
If you guys want to do that bit to see if a waiter will serve a pregnant woman, I'm available. And there's no baby at home. No, it's fine. It is. I have a belly. It is a big belly, and it's okay. It is just life, and that's my body.
Okay, we'll do it. We'll do the bit. you talked me into it. Sounds great.
The Bert Show.
So first, thanks for watching. Second, you like what you just watched? That just scratches the surface. Get the Bert Show on any podcast platform. We're so good.